Okay, so I've started recording the class. Yes, so now Notebook LM is a tool that I think when Google was creating that tool, they were thinking about researchers, they were thinking about students, because you can pretty much take a topic in any course, right? Take a topic in any course, put it into Notebook LM, and it can pretty much do research about that topic and convert it into a podcast, convert it into a video that you can watch and listen to, and convert it into slides and different other things. And I'm going to show you quickly. And then after that, we'll now see what are different ways you can also use it. Can you see my screen? Please confirm.
Yes, sir. Can see it.
Awesome. So you can just go to Google and type in Notebook LM, and it will come out like this. And you click Google Notebook LM. Once it's up, you have something like this, and then you click Try Notebook LM. Once you click Try Notebook LM, you pretty much go to Create New up here, the top right. If you're using your laptop, if you're using your phone, you pretty much find it at the top also. Create New, right? Once you click on Create New, it's loading. It's going to load and show you a page where you can either put in. So now what you can do here is you can upload files, links to a YouTube video or a website, maybe a document in your drive you want it to reference, you can attach it here, or you can just copy text from maybe a book you're reading or something and paste it into it, and it will convert that text to these different things that I've said. Either a so let me show you something. So if you look at this, the right side of the screen, you will see that you have audio overview, you have video overview, you have mind map. I don't know if you have interacted with a mind map before. A mind map simply has, so you put in a topic and that topic is broken into the different subtopics, such that you can just click any of the subtopic and to open up for you, and then you can study and read it, right? And then it has reports also, so you can convert whatever document into a report sheet. Then it has flashcard, it has quiz also. So for example, you can put in a topic, and maybe a topic that you're going to be taught tomorrow. Maybe your lecturer has said there's a class tomorrow. You can simply put in that topic today and just get ahead of your lecturer, so that you are studying, and then when you show up in class tomorrow, it feels like you know everything, right? It will convert it to a quiz, and you can use that quiz to understand the topic. So it's asking you questions, you are guessing which is the right answer, and like that, you get better at that topic. And then it has infographics, it has slide deck. Slide deck is like a slide, so like presentation, so you can just basically pretty much read through the slides to understand the concept. So whichever kind of learner that you are, this tool helps you in one way or another. So if you're an auditory learner, you have audio there. If you are a visual learner, you have video there. If you are an audio visual, of course, you have other elements that you can interface with. So that is what this tool is about. But the fantastic thing about this tool is that you can connect it to your Gemini, and then all the research that the tool has done for you on Notebook LM, you can then use Gemini to probe the research, to ask questions, to learn also. For example, if you have done a research on, okay, let's give it a try. Let's say we want to, somebody should suggest a topic, maybe in your course area. Suggest a topic. So let's move very fast. We have 15 more minutes. Suggest a topic quickly, please. I'm waiting. No topic not supposed hard now. University student, what's happening? Can I remember any topic? Yeah. Okay, let me put African literature. Since you're let's put African literature. So now I want to do a research on African literature. Maybe I'm in English and literature department. So let's say African. So I'll type the relevance of modern African literature to to national development. Let me see. So this is a topic, perhaps a topic under one course, right? I can either, if I want to go deep, it's like people who do research. You can use fast research if it's just basic answers you are looking for, but you can do deep research if you are really looking for deep answers. But we're going to stick with fast research so that we can live here. So you click on fast research. What this does is that it will go online, and it's Google, because Google is the repository for all the searches, all the documents that people have posted online. So it will go online and look for documents that can help, you know, that can help you with information about this topic that you have chosen. And once it has checked online and found all the topic, you can see on your left here, you have 1, 2, 3, and you have 7 more sources. You can just click import. So when you click on import, it imports all of those research, right? It imports all of those research into the Notebook LM. And the first thing Notebook LM will do for you is to give you a brief summary of what that is about. To give you a brief summary of what that is about. And then you can just simply read it. Say, these sources examine the critical intersection of literature, political accountability, and technological representation within the African context, specifically focusing on Nigeria. They argue that creative arts like drama and fiction serve as indispensable tools to national integration and exposure to pervasive political corruption. However, researchers highlight a growing crisis where African language and cultural narratives are becoming invisible giants in the digital age. The structural exclusion from large language models, blah, 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 create a form of digital, blah, 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 blah. So it has given a summary here. So now what you will now do is that you can just simply click on audio overview, video overview, mind map, reports, for it to generate it. So we are going to choose mind map, and I want something that will load very fast. Mind map and quiz. So mind map has loaded. So let's open mind map. This is what the mind map looks like, right? Can you see it? This is what a mind map looks like. So it's telling you literary research and sustainability in Africa, and then it's giving you up to 7 subtopics under that topic. And if you click on each one like this, it will open up to, like you can see, post-colonial theory, feminist perspective, sustainability and development. So what this does for you is that you can click on anyone. Let's click on post-colonial theory. Once you click on it, it will come here and load that one out, and then you can just read it. So what this does for you is that it gives structure to your reading. So you have found one topic that you want to study, but it is telling you that under that topic, it has 7 topics, and then you can simply open one at a time, to read, unlike carrying a big textbook and you're just overwhelmed by everything. But here, you can come here. In the sources provided, postcolonial theory is represented as a vital component of a theoretical framework used to analyze sociopolitical, cultural, and historical encounters of independent nations, blah, 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 blah. So you can just read this quick summary. Another thing you can do, let's go back. Okay, now see literary quiz, right? So when you click on the quiz, it will load like this. So you have 12 questions to respond to, just to give you more knowledge about the topic. So according to the paper Invisible Languages of the LM Universe, what defines a language as an invisible giant? So you can just choose, you choose and then click next. Let's just randomly do this. I'm correct, eh? Okay, I'm wrong. But let's randomly do this. I don't have the time. Next, next, next. So. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Come on, class. Come on, class. Come on. Yo, what's happening? So we've taken the quiz. It pretty much tells you you scored 3/12, the accuracy 25%, blah blah blah. You can review the quiz and see the ones that you're supposed to get, blah blah blah, and all of that. So this helps you to study, right? So the amazing thing about Gemini, let's go to Gemini and see how we can integrate. I know many of you. I want to believe that many of you have not tried this before. I know you've used Gemini and Notebook LM, individually, or you probably, or maybe I should not assume, but not many people know how to integrate both tools together. So now we are in Gemini. Now, how do you integrate all your research that you have done on Notebook LM? So, like for Casey, now I know Casey, I know many of you, Sha, many of you are going to use this for content creation, right? You're going to use this for content creation. Now, what you can do with this is maybe you're working with an organization and they're into girl child advocacy, right? You can use Notebook LM to do your research. So, for example, you can ask Notebook LM, um, you can give it an instruction and say, okay, my organization is into gender advocacy and blah, 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 blah. We are currently investigating, the extent to which people are educated about gender, blah, 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 blah in the country. So Notebook LM will do that research for you and provide you the information for it. What you can now do with Gemini is to use Gemini to gather content from your Notebook LM. Now, this is what I mean. So now that we've done the research with Notebook LM, right, we come on Gemini and we just click here. Once you click here, you will see that once you open your Gemini, it opens like this, right? And then you will see this plus sign here. Can you see the plus sign? Please confirm you can see the plus sign.
Yes, sir.
Winifred, it's now you are joining us. Now you watch the playback because this class is going to be done in 6 minutes. Winifred, it's now you are joining. This class is going to be done in 6 minutes. So guys, let's continue. So when you click on Notebook LM, it opens like this and shows you, like for me now, I've done all of this different research. So basically, it's going to show me everything and ask. The idea is that I should choose the one I want to, use Gemini to interact with. So we have already talked about African literature, blah blah blah. So we add it, and then I can come here and just say, if I had done research for an NGO or a business, right, and I attach it like this, what I'll come here to do is probably maybe I want to develop content for our pages or our blog or whatever. So I can come here and say, write a blog detailing the importance of African, is African literature, what African literature, detailing blah blah blah. Then I just click enter. Once I click enter, it is going to reference that particular document, right? It's going to reference that particular document and use that to write me a blog, right? So we say the power of the pen, why African literature matters more than ever. So it has written the blog post. All I just need to do is copy this blog post and upload it to my blog, right? Or the blog. Another thing you can do for as a student is you can come here and ask it, what are the importance, or you can even say, what as you can say, I am a university student and I am studying this course. What are the possible questions I will be asked in an examination? Give me five that prioritizes the course objective. So if you enter it now, it will give you 5 questions that you might possibly be asked if you are studying this course in the university. So that's how to use this tool, right? This is how to use it. It's very simple, right? If you have any questions, please ask. Now, another thing you should not forget that you can do, you can use you instead of just searching for this, you can come back here and just clear this and simply go here and add source. You see the top left here, you can just click add source and then decide that it's a YouTube video you want to add. So you copy the YouTube video link and you paste it here. Once you paste it here, let's look for a YouTube video to I have 2 more minutes. If you have any questions now, please put it in the comments. Please put your questions in the comments. Put your questions in the comments. Now, if you're on LinkedIn, I know Casey, you're on LinkedIn, this thing will really help you. What you can do is you can find videos that are in your niche or in your field, and then you can convert them to content. Basically, content that you will reference. Basically, just you can take a video of something that somebody has done on LinkedIn, on YouTube, convert it to this, and ask Notebook LM to write you a content referencing that video content. So what it will do is that it will talk about that video content like you are the one who is referencing that video content in your LinkedIn post, right? It will really help you to build your authority on social media, to sound intelligent, which you already are, to write content that are not just generic, but content that give value. So that's what it will help you achieve. So our YouTube is not loading, but guys, you can try it. You can try it out. Like if you see now, you see based on the core themes and learning objectives of your course, here are 5 possible examination questions designed to test your understanding of African literature, language, and the quest for decolonization. Number 1, discuss the significance of Ngugi wa Thiong advocacy for writing in native African language. To what extent does this linguistic decolonization address what scholars describe as epistemic injustice in the digital age, particularly regarding the invisible giants? Right, so you can see different topics based on the course. So depending on the course that you are trying to investigate, this can help you generate questions, and then you can study these questions long before your exams or long before your test, and then you stay ahead of the curve, you stay ahead of your class. The race is not to the swift, right? The race is not to the swift. I want you to understand that. And so if the race is not to the swift, what does it mean, right? What does it mean? There are so many tools that are available today that you can take advantage of. I know that there are many people that fail in school, not necessarily because they are dullards, but particularly because they are ill prepared. And so what this tool can do for you is that this tool can prepare you ahead of time. So for example, if you can try it. If you have a class on Monday, decide that for every class you have, you are going to prepare before that class and use this tool to prepare. You will find that you find it easy to understand what your lecturer is teaching. Many of you find it difficult to understand difficult to understand because you are hearing it from your lecturer the first time. And sometimes you are going to hear it the only time from your lecturer. And it's going to be difficult to understand that way. But if you have heard it somewhere before, the lecturer is saying it again, you continue to investigate it yourself, you'll find that it's easier for you to retain whatever you read. It's easier for you to remember whatever you read. It's easier for you to understand what you are being taught. It's easier to understand what you are reading. Right? If you have any questions, please ask. Any questions, please? Please ask your questions now. I'm giving 1 more minute before I turn off the call. So another way, let me just give you guys this tip. This tip is reserved for people who paid for. We have a program called the Authority Engine, right? Where we are helping professionals stay consistent with content creation, and then we are giving them prompts and everything on the platform. That one costs about 17,000 naira, but we're currently on 50% discount, which is 35K. Right. So we have professionals. After this call now, I have someone scheduled for 9 o'clock that I'm supposed to guide through so she can set up her own system for content creation. Now, one thing you can do with this knowledge that you have gained is that so you now know that you can create content from different things, whether from YouTube link, whether from your own ideas. You can simply even go to Facebook and find out all the content you've written before AI came about. Find out all those content, carry those content, and then put it into ChatGPT. This is why I didn't teach you ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is not part of this program. But put it into ChatGPT and train your ChatGPT to speak the way you speak. And you can also tell Gemini to do the same. You can just tell Gemini, write in a conversational tone and the way I would normally talk to people. Please try it, Casey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So what you can do is, when you create, you can create as many content as possible and schedule it on your LinkedIn. Casey, you can schedule it on your LinkedIn, so you don't have to always have to write and post. No, like for me now, for the rest of next week, all my content are scheduled on LinkedIn. Right? All my content are scheduled on LinkedIn. For my TikTok and my Instagram, the same. Till for my from my Instagram till on Tuesday now, all my content are scheduled. So on Sunday, I'm going to shoot new sets of videos that I'm going to schedule for that week. Right? So that is how to stay consistent. Don't try to say, okay, every day you are going to create videos or every day you're going to create content. You're going to find it difficult to do that. No, you cannot schedule the post using Notebook LM. What you can do is you can use Notebook LM to generate the content and simply go to LinkedIn and put up the posts and schedule it. You can schedule on LinkedIn, right? If you can't, I can show you that maybe some other time, and have someone who is waiting on me for my call right now. Can you schedule on LinkedIn, Casey? Let me know, please. Okay, so I'm going to do a very short video on that. I'm going to do a very short video on that and send that to you. Is that fine? Okay, great. So guys, thank you very much for coming to this call. If you have any questions, you can always drop on the group. As more people join the group, we're going to also have a repeat of the call so that people can, the goal is not just to teach you this tool, is to ensure that you are using it, right? So if you have any difficulty in using the tool, you can simply just ask me and I'll find a way to show you how to use it. Right? Just sit down and think of the different ways you can use this thing that I've taught you. There are so many things I did not talk to you here about, particularly because this class was basically for AI for research, right? AI for research and studying. So there are other things you can use it to do. So guys, thank you very much for your call. Since you don't have any questions, I'll leave you to have back your day. to take back your day, and see you some other time. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Like it's only Casey that is seeing the benefit of this tool. Winifred and Praise and the rest, they're not saying anything. But that's fine. So guys, see you later. Have a great day.